So we picked up pretty much where we left off last episode. Today is still April 3rd, and I went ahead and cleaned up my bags a little bit more. We still got a few quest items here, multiple quest items really, and I'm going to use this elixir once we get out into the world to kill mobs. I'll put these bandages here. I made a few more magery bandages. Let's do this, and I took all the minerals that we had and kind of smelted them up and ground down all the stones into powders and mailed them to my bank character to simplify things for my bags. And we're heading to Booty Bay because we want to turn in the Voodoo Doos quest. It's at McKinley Seawolf McKinley. That'll clear up all three of these items. And then when we're out of our bags, and then when we get outside to fighting a mob, I'll cast Elixir of Greater Defense on ourselves, clear up that space, and we'll throw a grenade at whatever the first mob we find. Yeah, that should set us up pretty well. Then what I think we're gonna work on, I don't know just yet. Ooh, what are these? Are these worthwhile? 5 stamina, 3 agility, 5 strength. Not really. I think we will try to work on the Raptor Mastery quest and the Panther Mastery. I think we can solo Panther Mastery. I don't know about Raptor Mastery. It's worth a try, I think. I think it's worth a try. I'm thinking through some of these quests. We could do Xanthos Mixture, we could do a Curious Read by the bundle. I probably will grab a Curious Read by the bundle at this point, because I think we're high enough level to make it worth it. Yeah, let's go. Where's that guy at? He's over here. Let's turn in, I guess, the Seawolf quest first.
What can I do for you?
Voodoo Doos. Great, I can get a good price for these, especially for what's inside Mori's foot. Thanks much, Soupa. Oh, there might be a chain for this. I hope these 3 learned their lesson. Don't bet something you can't afford to lose. And maybe it's too late for them, but they should be careful of who they gamble with.
See you later.
Okay, 3,800 experience almost. Alright, I think we need a key. His foot won't budge, right. Cracking Mori's foot, that's right. Bring Mori's key to Seawolf McKinley. The shield is pretty nice, but it's not better than what we have. But curses, that's why Mori put a lock on his foot and I can't open it. We need to find the key to open the lock. He's known to gamble with the Mosh-Og ogres at their mound to the northeast.
Have a good one.
We won't be doing that quest yet, because there's another quest to do there at the same time called the Mind's Eye, which I think is a part of the Stranglethorn Fever or Mach-Thardan's enchantment quest lines.
Be careful.
We're going to grab the Curious Read by the bundle quest also. But we will try to combine those quests for the Mosh-Og ogres. They are elite and they're a little bit tough. I don't even know if we can solo it anyway. But if we do go for it, we're going to go when we have both those quests. It's a little bit silly to do just one. The Mind's Eye is actually on a named mob, I think, in the back of the instance. Of a cave, and then actually do I want to fly? No, we still want to run up here, I think. So I think the Mind's Eye is on a named mob in the back of a cave system that's over here. It's hard to show on the map. It's like right around here. As you clear through this cave, you're killing elite ogres, and the ogres have a chance of dropping the key. So you might as well do it all at the same time, basically. That's what we're going to try to do. Hopefully. You know what, I keep thinking about this. Hold on. I've said this a million times. I don't know where he is, but I think there is an engineering trainer here that I wanted to talk to. Maybe this guy? Cauldron? So it's like an alchemist. Okay, alchemy. Okay. I may be wrong on this, but I could have sworn there was
I got what you need.
fireworks merchant, shady dealer. This guy's got some of the rogue stuff he needed. He's back here. I'm almost 100% sure there's an engineering trainer here. There's almost every other profession in the city. Okay, tailoring, leatherworking, tannery and leatherworks. Actually, nothing here. Okay, so I guess leatherworks is the leather trainer, leatherworking trainer. Okay, not up here. Whoa, whoa! What am I standing on? Am I standing? Okay, that was weird. All things floor. Okay, what about up here? No, we've already been through this. Okay. I could have sworn that's who I'm looking for. Okay. I remember his name starting with an O. I've marked him. Where is he at? Okay. I have him marked with a raid target marker. I don't see him, but I'm almost 100% sure that's the mob I need. I literally did target O, and it seemed to have worked. Where is he? If I run this way, do I de-target him? I think I lose target if I run far enough. You know, if you run out of range of him. There he is. Okay. In an unnamed thing.
Salutations.
Hello there, lad. The name's Oglethorpe, and I may be responsible for one of the most amazing gnomish devices you might possess. If it blew up, that wasn't me. Okay. So I think I must need a quest. I think there's a quest in... Because my skill for engineering is maxed. I think there's a quest in Ratchet that I need to talk to this guy, to make this guy talk to me, to teach me gnomish engineering. I think. I'm gonna have to look into that, or maybe just go to Ratchet and just assume that I'm correct. I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Pretty sure. I think so. I think. Anyways, yeah. So that should be the guy that teaches you gnomish engineering for the Horde. I think. I'm glad we found him. I didn't know if I'd find him, but that worked out. Hold on a sec. Update. I did set my tank and heal set in this outfitter add-on, but I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know if it works, but we've got that as an option. So two things I want to do. I think I want to work on Zanzel's mixture. I think I might try to finish that quest up while we're here, kind of in this area. But we're going to go back and kill jungle stalkers again. And I'm going to see if we can kill the named Panther and the named Raptor. Let's get this iron deposit. I'm feeling a little lazy. Let's get it. I don't know if we can kill the named Raptor. I think he's like a 45 elite. It might be kind of high for us. Let's see. Anyone for Tethys or Bhag'thera? Feel like I'll ask, see if anyone in general chat is on either of those mobs. Either of those quests, I guess I should say. Might be convenient. Might as well buff up. It'd be wonderful if we could get some help on those quests. Yeah, I think let's go try and do Tethys. Let's give it a shot. In fact, he can't be a 45 elite, because I don't think the final mob we need... We already saw Bhag'thera. He might be 45 elite. Isn't Bhag'thera the one we ran by earlier? Yes, like last episode? I might be mixing them up. Sometimes I mix these up a lot. Yeah. I think we can get around the back of the Gurbash arena. I never really come over here. I don't know what's over in this spot. I Don't. I mean, I know you can get up to the island here. Elder Shadow Mob Panthers. Okay. Well, those are fun. We don't really want those. We want to avoid those. They are unnecessary for us. I'm surprised they're not aggroing onto us. We're pretty much the same level as them. We're going to try and go up the back of the arena, because honestly, it probably gets us there a little bit faster to the, to Tethys. I feel a little tired this morning. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I've been up for over an hour and a half maybe now, and I'm like, man, I need some food. So this is a Jungle Stalker feathers we're going to need. I'm not going to kill this just yet, because I want to find Tethys first, but I think Tethys is... I think is this way. I think it's like right ahead. I'm almost 100% sure he's right here. Which will clear out the jungle stalkers around him. For sure. Should be like a blue raptor. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was farther. No. Maybe he was farther south from there. Target. Okay, let's do this. Macro. What's his name? Tethys. Put it on our targeting macro. Oh, found him. Where's he at? There he is. 43 elite. Okay, we could probably kill this guy. That was an easy find. I was right. Alright, let's do this. Now before we engage him, I want to clear up some space. We're going to have to kill a little bit here. I think... Ooh, a gold vein. I'll probably take that. Where's it at? Here, let's see it. Keep Tethys marked. We're going to have to clear those ads around him somehow. I think he might path away from them. Which make it pretty easy for us. Gold vein. And a chance for a skill up on that, which is nice. Alright, let's loot this. Oh, they did not drop the feathers. That's bad. So that means the drop rate's not even 100%. So we're going to have to kill quite a few of these raptors. I messed up last episode. I should have done this quest at the same time. I forgot about it completely. That's okay. Alright. Let's rebuff. Where's our bad guy? Where'd he go? There he is. Did someone pull him? What happened? I guess I'm gonna pull him before he paths away. Oh no. No ads? Perfect. Alright, we're just face tanking this guy apparently. Because I didn't have another plan. My plan is to just blow him up. Use a major heal potion if I need to. Drop one of these bad boys on him. 700 and 900 health from one of those heals, okay. I don't even know if we're going to need it. I think we got him. Without the heal potion. Maybe a small heal potion. I'd love to not waste the heal potion. Oh, that was awesome. 1,000 experience. Cool. Let's go ahead and use one of these credit bandages. That's a good sign. We didn't use any consumables. We didn't pull them on like the best of terms. We're already down like a third of our mana because I was trying to pull him quickly. I dropped my totems, pull him quickly before he aggroed these other mobs. It worked out, but it wasn't like the most, wasn't the best approach, right? Which is good. That means that we can probably kill Bhag'thera quite easily because I think it's a lower level mob. And then after that, we can maybe do the one quest where we kill I think it's a lion? I forget his name. That's like the combination of finishing the Raptor, Panther, and King Bangladesh. That's the quest we'll need eventually. Yeah. Jungle Stalker Feathers. Anyone know coordinates for Bhag'thera? Let's see if anyone can help us with Bhag'thera. I think we found him over here. Unless that was King Bangladesh and I'm mixing them up. That's the one we need to kill after we finish the Panther, Raptor, and Tiger Mastery quests. We've already done the Tiger Mastery last episode. This is the Raptor Mastery we've completed. Now we'd have to go do Panther Mastery. So I paused the video here, obviously. Again, you may have noticed. Once again, don't quite remember what I was talking about. It's same thing as what happened, I think, in the last episode. Maybe it was 2 episodes back. I think the last episode I split the video also. So I was recording the beginning of this video, the first 15 or so minutes, on Friday the 3rd, I think it was. And then my wife woke up, came into our office, and was working, and so I cut the video. So today's actually it's Sunday the 5th. I didn't play yesterday, and I just logged out right here. We already had a fair amount of rested experience, so I was like, I don't really feel like dealing with running or hearthing or anything at the moment. So I stopped, and we're killing more of the jungle stalkers still, so we're going to try and get those jungle stalker feathers. We just picked up our second one. We need 8 more. It's going to be a little long. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, but we will make it happen. Let's see. So what's happened the last couple days since I started this video? It's kind of hard to explain the feeling of going between days in the middle of a video, but not a lot's happened. My wife and I pretty much have been staying at home. I mean, I guess Friday, maybe it was? It might have been Saturday. I think Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. We'd ordered some stuff from Target's website, just like shampoo, conditioner type basic supplies, necessity type stuff, I would consider it. That came in Friday, so I went downstairs and got the package. And let's see, besides that, that's basic. Oh, no, you know what we did do? We ordered food for the first time since we've been locked in, so we haven't, we've been making our own food and going to the grocery store early, getting everything we need. We've been avoiding going out. We had a gift card for DoorDash. We've never used DoorDash or any food delivery service really before. No, that's not true. My wife's used DoorDash once, a few months ago. I've never used it though, and we decided we kind of ran out of food for dinner last night. Like, let's just go ahead and order some DoorDash. So we ordered Panda Express, which is probably, I don't know, maybe kind of funny to order that, but it sounded good, so we did it. And I love Panda Express. It's like, obviously it's not Chinese food, but it's what I would call like Americanized Chinese food, and I think it's good for what it is. I don't know, I like it. So personally, I enjoy it. I don't eat it a lot, but we'll get it once in a while. It's the first time I've ever had it delivered. I usually just go and get it and eat there, because I feel like it's one of those things that's a little bit better if you eat it fresh. But I have fried rice, orange chicken, broccoli beef, and I think it's like some sort of, I don't know, it's called like a sweet fire chicken. It's like chicken with pineapple and onion, like a sweet sauce. It's really good. These young jungle stalkers, I don't know if they can drop the jungle stalker feathers, by the way. I'm going to kill them if they're kind of, if they're next to the other mobs we need, just because it's hard to pull just one of these mobs. But I don't actually think they can drop what we need. We'll find out, I guess, because we're going to probably kill a few of them, but yeah, they do pull together. I figured they're kind of leashed in this way. Let's just burn this one down real fast. That is a super dead mob. That was nice. We actually got through our, we used our berserking and killed a mob before berserking ended. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys don't drop them. The younger ones. I think it's only the big ones. I've only gotten 3 of 10. This drop rate's kind of trash. It's just kind of a nice quest line to do, though, so I'd like to keep going and finish it. I wish I had organized it a little bit better, as I mentioned earlier. I also don't like that these guys are grouped. It's annoying. I don't really want to fight the little ones. As I said, I don't think they drop what I need. What's this guy doing? Spinning. I kill his mob. Good for him. Let's pull this guy. We'll rebuff Wind Fury after this fight. Yeah, so we had Panda Express. And so, okay, DoorDash. Haven't used it much. I had some problem with the app. I had to order on the website to use the gift card. It wasn't working properly. So I order, and the option is for delivery is like ring the doorbell, leave it at the door. That was like the default option. I was like, okay, that's great. I don't really want to interact with anyone right now more than I have to. It's already a slight risk, in my opinion, ordering food. So, okay, just leave it at the door. So the guy buzzes the door. It's like I had the map up on my computer showing the car, like the delivery driver coming here. And I guess it froze or something, or stopped updating, because it showed him 10 minutes away from our home. And then all of a sudden I hear the door buzz. Like it moved closer. He was 20 minutes away, it was 10 minutes away, and then it stopped there. And I thought he got stuck in traffic or something, right? So then the door buzzes. I was like, holy cow, he's here. So I, run, get my shoes on, run to the door. By the time I assume he's just going to leave the package and go, like leave the food, and I'll, pick it up from the front door. So then as I'm like going, I hear it buzz again, and it's been about 30 seconds. I'm like, dude, this guy's like waiting, isn't he? And it's, okay, on one hand, I would like 2 months ago, I'm like, great, that's really nice of the person to wait and buzz a second time. I saw he had his phone out when I got there, so he's going to call me, I guess. But then I'm like, dude, just set the food down. Like, that's like the whole purpose of what we're doing right now. It's like, have you been watching the news? Like, that I literally selected that option on the app. Just leave my food there. I'll pick it up. I already left them a $5 tip. It was like a $20 order. I left a $5 tip. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable delivery fee tip. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what you should do. I don't do delivery much, but I usually just leave a flat $5 tip unless you're ordering a huge order, which we never do. It is my wife and I, so it's usually around anywhere from $15 to $30 probably is what we would spend on an order for food. Maybe up to $40, but that's kind of pushing it. But usually it's around $20, and then I'll leave a $5 tip. So I already tipped $5. So it wasn't like the guy was waiting for a tip. And then I get there to the door, I'm like, and there's like a window so I can see through the door. He sees me, and he hands me the food, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, no, set it down, like whatever, I'll take it, I'll wash my hands when I get in, which is what I did. It's like, all right, thanks, and he said thank you. He's a nice guy, like nothing wrong with him. But I'm like, man, how are delivery drivers still? I mean, honestly, I think the risk of transmission from someone handing me something is pretty slim. The risk there is there is some evidence suggesting that breathing or talking is enough to spread the coronavirus. In my opinion, I think it's very possible. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm sort of surprised it hasn't been 100% decided yes or no already if that's the case. But my opinion is that, yeah, if you have coronavirus, you can probably spread it by breathing on people, coughing on people, or talking to people. I think all those things are extremely, extremely possible. By the way, we're still 3 of 10. We're still 3 of 10 on feathers. We've killed another 6 or 7 there and haven't gotten a single feather. It's going to be a long quest, for sure. The good news is the mobs are easy for us to kill, and they're abundant, so we're not waiting for them to spawn, which would have been more annoying than anything, I think. So the risk of this guy is that if he was breathing on me, but he basically just said, we like looked at each other, I grabbed the bag, said thank you, he said thank you, and that was it. I walked away, brought it inside, set it down on our table, and like a spot that we don't really eat off of, and I'm just gonna pull this guy like this because I'm feeling lazy. And then what did we do? Let's get more of that mana. So they're saying, so then said thank you, set it down on the table, a spot we don't use, opened like the outer bag, went and washed my hands, right? So I washed my hands. Then the bag was open, I like reached into the food that was already, individually boxed, set that out separately. And then my wife, whose hands were clean, she got some plates, set them out. We hold on a sec. This entire epidemic is man-made specifically to create more wealth for the rich. It's like, bro, I don't know. There's a lot of conspiracies I've heard, and yes, the rich are going to certainly find ways to profit off of this. Show me evidence that the epidemic was man-made. Okay, so anyway, So we got our plates out, opened our things up, scooped our food out. I washed my hands again because I was handling the bag a bit when I threw it away. I think we're fine. I think we did everything reasonably well. And it's kind of, it is what it is. I don't know. Like, on one hand, it's not a local business, obviously, but I like to support businesses when I can. But at the end of the day, we, for the most part, are planning to eat at home, make our own food during the remainder of this pandemic, I should say. Oh my god. This guy... so this world chat right now is really kind of ridiculous. The conspiracy theories behind the coronavirus blow my mind. Like, okay, there is just not currently any evidence that the virus has been man-made. I think there are 1 or 2 scientific papers that have come out that would even indicate that the virus, there's kind of an explanation for how the virus may have developed the way it did. I guess, I don't know if evolved is the right word for a virus, but you could essentially say how it came together to form what it is from various components of other viruses, based on how it could have mutated. And I get how people could believe, there's a whole conspiracy that even the scientists are in on it, they paid off, they're making up the papers, blah, blah, blah. But oh my gosh, there's just not evidence to suggest this. Until you have evidence for it, I don't know what you can say. Like, and using the argument that, so this person here is making an argument, okay, Bill Gates invested in vaccine companies, so it's clearly man-made, how else would he know so much about it? And it's like, no, that doesn't really make any sense. First of all, Bill Gates is a ton of money. My impression is that Bill Gates wouldn't make a virus and develop and create a pandemic to make more money, because he already has a lot of money. And if you look at Bill Gates clearly has made a lot of money, clearly has been very good in business, and you could argue very cutthroat in a lot of ways. But it's very clear that he's also given up a lot of his wealth for various philanthropic purposes. And now you can make the argument that he hasn't given up enough, or that he's directed it in the wrong way, right? There's all sorts of things you can say about what he's doing with the money. But it seems pretty evident to me that Bill Gates is not purposely, at this point, trying to maximize his personal net worth. I think if he were to do that, he would have had better ways to do that than to engage in the philanthropic activities he's been engaging in over the past 20 years. If he really were doing that, or if he changed his mind and said, I do want to make more money, I don't want to help out with vaccines or whatever I'm helping out with, sure, that makes sense, but there's more reliable ways to do that than to pay people to develop a virus and cause a pandemic. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's a really bad business decision to develop a pandemic to make money, in my opinion. I really think if you have that much money and the resources to cause that to happen, and the connections that you need, there are way better ways to go about doing this to make more money for yourself. I mean, there's a lot of ways. So I'm a little skeptical of the conspiracy theories that this is a man-made virus to profit off of. It's a little sketchy to me. A side note, we picked up like 1, 2, 3, 4 jungle feathers in the last 6 kills or something is another one. So we've suddenly just picked up a lot of jungle feathers. We now are 9 of 10, where I think it couldn't have been more than 5 minutes ago that I said we're 3 of 10. So that's nice. You don't get that very often, we suddenly just get a bunch of them. So, I mean, that's not true. I guess it's kind of true. We haven't really gotten that streak in a row until just now, but it's nice. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. And we're done. Wow, that suddenly went from being a really bad drop rate to being a pretty decent drop rate. I think we got 3 feathers out of probably 15 kills, I think, to start. And then we got 7 feathers out of 10 kills after that, I'd say. Something like that. So pretty nice. I never did figure out where Bhag'thera is, and I was going to look it up because I can't remember, and I think we might have found it earlier. I think it might have been the previous episode. Bhag'thera might be up here, but I'm going to double check that. I do appreciate that sometimes if you search for vanilla content like Bhag'thera, just on Google, just go to Google and search Bhag'thera, you now will get the classic WoW head comes up as the first hit instead of regular WoW head. That's appreciated. Oh, Bhag'thera is a panther and not anywhere near here, so I'm wrong. Okay, I remember Bhag'thera now. I do remember this. Okay, so we're going to do Bhag'thera eventually, but for the moment, see, that goes to ground goal. That goes back to the camp. Let's go to what was I going to work on? Sorry, I'm thinking about what I wanted to do here. Zanzil's Secret. Let's go ahead and do Zanzil's Secret. While we're at the right spot for it anyway, let's just start clearing these mobs. They're a little high level, but they're not like too high level for us, but they're just, you know, kind of beefy. You might remember them from, I think it was 1 episode ago. Let's start doing these guys. And we're just going to clear this whole camp here, see what we get. And if we do decently, can I line of sight them on this thing? I don't think I can. Figure that out. But I can silence them, which is great. I just burned like literally 1,300 mana or so on this mob. A little excessive. It's okay. Green Hills of Stranglethorn page 25. Okay. Let's pull this guy. Just zap him. That'll work. Just trying to get him close enough for my totems to do something. I'll do a single, rank 1 Earth Shock to get him onto this totem. Did I drop Mana Spring? I don't think I did. It's okay. Frostbolt. Zanzil's Mixture. Nice. Alright, Zanzil Zombie. Let's pull him. Let's drop one of these. One of these. Blast them. So we're 5 of 12. That disease is not going to stick. I'm going to get rid of that. Unfortunately, it's going to take a lot of mana to cure that. It's 100 mana, and it resets our mana regen, so that's a little annoying, but it'll be okay. Another Zanzil's Mixture. Nice. Halfway there. Okay, I think if I pull this mob, I pull all of them. Only one way to find out. Grace of Air. Let's drop another. Yeah, it's fine. We're tanky enough. We can beat these guys down, no problem. I've got a bunch of heal potions. Wow, I might just use one just to burn through some of it. Seriously, we have a lot of heal potions. At least one of these. At some point, it's like you have so many potions, you just start using them carelessly because they're actually just taking up space in your inventory. Although, that mob took a little bit to kill. Oops, I didn't mean to loot that one. I didn't mean to loot him again. Somehow I clicked him twice there. It's a little weird. Alright, I might save my mana for the moment here and then heal up when I get to 340. I'm going to go ahead and heal now. By the time this heal casts, you have enough mana to do another totem if I need to. Yeah, this fiery weapon has worked out well, by the way. We've really been getting a decent amount of procs. And by the time you include the Frostbolt, we get a lot of cool elemental procs in this character. It fits the Shaman theme really well. Just being able to drop Flame Shock, and all the different shocks, totems, Frostbolts, and fiery procs. It's been cool. I've enjoyed it a lot. We don't really need Mori again, but I might kill him. But I think we have to kill these mobs anyway. I don't want a position for this. I think I want to get over here. What's our... I just realized, by the way, on my bank character, I have probably like 60 iron grenades. So I need to start using these a lot more, because it's really pointless in keeping so many of them. Let's go ahead and use one of our Credier bandages. Might as well use that up. And how's our beverage depot looking? We're kind of low on beverages, but I think I'll just do this. Oh, there's a chest here. We're going to definitely get that soon. The problem is some of these mobs are ranged, and they're a little annoying because of that. Let's pull this guy to start. Let's do a double lightning bolt to start the pull. Okay, lightning bolt is 235 to 264 damage, 155 mana. Well, it's quite a bit cheaper at least. That's nice. Let's get a frostbolt proc so we can slow him. I don't know if any of these mobs flee. I don't think they do. They're all undeads. Undead pretty rarely flee. Let's pull this guy. It's gonna be annoying because he's gonna be a ranged mob. Oh, great. We pulled both of them. But I might be able to back him up slowly. There we go. There we go. Let's keep him backing up. We got Strength of Earth procced. Mana Spring's going. Grace of Air. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I figured we can at least back up a little bit. I'm gonna try and burn this one down. Can I use another heal potion? Sure. Ooh, that crit for like 800 heal. That's nice. Let's pull this guy closer. It's kind of tedious doing it this way, like pulling these range mobs, but it does work. Just like backing up, and you can get everything kind of in range for you to get back to your totems. It's kind of nice. You can probably leave this chest after this mob. Oh, nice. We got a lot of stuff in that mob. Page, Mage Weave, Heal Potion. Ironically, another Heal Potion. Let's use another bad bandage. I need to burn through these silk bandages. We got a lot of vendor stuff here too. We'll probably get rid of soon-ish. I think I can loot this safely now. Okay, cool. It's probably junk, but we'll take a peek, see what's inside. Yeah, literally we got 5 silver, a pumpkin, and 1 true silver bar. Man, they just don't make them like they used to, those chests. Alright, let's do this. Let's zap this guy. We're up to 8 of 12, by the way. And then he's going to start casting. We're going to Earth Shock him. And then we'll drop some totems here. So we're in a good spot here to start pulling all these other mobs over to us. Including John the Crow we'll probably end up killing. Are these the ones that do the disease? I don't think so. Well, Earth Shock rank 1. Oh, they do. Oh no, they curse me. Physical damage done is reduced by 15. That stinks. I wanted to nuke that guy before he summons his buddies. Let's use a bad water, drink up a bit. Let this curse start to fall off a bit. I can't remove curses. Diseases and poisons. I don't think there's anything that can remove all of the... Like any class can remove every debuff. Because mages can do curses only and maybe magics. Priests can do diseases, poisons, and maybe magics through a dispel. Shamans do poisons and diseases, and druids do curses and poisons. Alright, let's loot this. We're probably going to aggro these mobs. Oh boy. Okay. I was worried I was about to pull all 3 of those mobs. That is not the case, which is good news for us. Let's do that. I'm going to try and burn down this guy quickly. I'm kind of reduced on DPS a bit here because of that stupid curse. It's like drops my DPS by probably 10 or so, maybe. It's a little annoying. Oh, so we had a giant festival Friday night on Grobulus called Grobchella. It's like kind of a play on Coachella, which is a big not conference, what am I looking for? Musical festival. Coachella is a musical festival in the US. It's one of the bigger ones. There's probably 5 big ones, like Lollapalooza, Coachella, oh man, I'm forgetting other big ones, but 9 of 12 Zanzo mixtures, 10 of 12 Zanzo mixtures, cool. Bandage up a little bit more. So, Grobchella was a big event hosted. It was on the subreddit, like ahead of time, and on the Discord for Grobulus. There were probably, I would guess, 500 to 1,000 characters in Booty Bay for the festival. And we had a Twitch streamer, it's like a real-life DJ, that handled the DJing for the event. Let's totem up again. So we had a professional DJ on streaming on Twitch, hosting the music for the party, and there was like different performers and different stages and everything. They had all sorts of vendors. There was some guy That was a mushroom vendor. He was selling different types of mushrooms and fay leaf and a hickory pipe. It was a really funny vendor. There was a floating bar out in the water in the bay. This is a cross-faction event, so it's kind of cool. Lots of alliance, lots of horde. It was very laggy. The servers are not designed to handle this kind of RP real-life event type of a thing. It's a really cool thing. I was there for about half an hour and enjoyed it quite a bit. It was really cool. It was really fun. So we had this giant RP event in Booty Bay. I've never seen anything like that in WoW, to be honest. It was really well organized. They did a great job. It was awesome. And a lot of people had fun, it seemed like. There's a lot of, if you go to the Grobulus subreddit, reddit.com/r/Grobulus, there, and look back maybe, at this point, by the time this video goes up, look back maybe 6 days for posts, sort by new, and look back maybe to 4 to 6 day old posts, 4 to 7 day old posts, and you'll find a bunch of photos and videos and links to streams or videos on demand of the Grobulus RP event. It was well done. We finished Zanzo's mixture, by the way. So that's what I was doing Friday night. Spent a little bit of time there, probably about 45 minutes. I got there a little bit early and stayed just into the beginning of it for a while, and kind of tuned in a little bit later. It was cool. I have really enjoyed this server a lot. I think Grobulus has been the best server in Classic, based on what I'm biased, obviously, because I'm here, but my impression is that it's one of the best servers. It seems to have relatively minimal drama. That's not true. There's some pretty big drama, some pretty big, even sort of serious drama, but overall, I think it has been a fun, enjoyable experience. There's a lot of really nice people on here, tons of raiding guilds, alliance, and horde. I think the role-playing, the RPing is probably a lot less than if you compare it to the Emerald Dream server in Modern WoW. But I think as far as Classic goes, this is the most RP-friendly server that I've heard of in any region. So US, or for NA or Europe, I think this is the most RP-friendly. That's my impression anyway. We now are going to go work on Panther Mastery. The Panther we need, Bhag'thera is up here. I actually probably will do this. Bhag'thera. So Bhag'thera is a panther that likes to stealth, and she kind of roams in this area. So once we get over there, we're just going to spam our 1 key. In fact, before I get too much farther, I'm going to go ahead and buff up some. Hopefully my buffs will stay up by the time we find her, but we'll have more mana. Especially Lightning Shield uses up a lot of mana. 240. Fair amount of our 1716 mana. And then I'm basically just going to spam our original Isha Awak macro from like 40 episodes ago when we were in the Barrens. And hopefully find our target. Yeah, I'm looking at kind of, I think we're a little bit south of where she patrols, but we're about where we need to be. Oh wow, what? That was incredible. That was such a fast find. I thought she was stealth, first of all. Trying to pull her solo here. I'm gonna have no problem killing her, so I wasn't really worried about engaging, but that was a really fast find. Wow. Seriously. I did not expect that. I was clearly I was a little bit in shock. I was like, what? Alright, I'm gonna save a little bit of mana to heal. I guess I don't really need to. I've got a heal potion I can use. Let's just spend all our mana on shocks. Yeah, there we go. That was super incredible. That was people. I have spent ages looking for Bhag'thera. On my druid, it took me, I think, 20 minutes to find Bhag'thera. That was really fast. Wow. Awesome. Okay, well, we're done with that quest. I really thought it was even too far south to find her. I thought she mostly was patrolling up here more, but I'm convinced that's about as far south as she goes. I mean, I looked her up in the... No, I guess around here is about right. I guess I was in about the right spot. I just ran through a lot of mobs. That's really bad. I should be okay. They don't daze since they're ranged. But I don't really want to die here or waste a potion if I can help him. There is sometimes a treasure chest up ahead. Let's go see if it's there. If it is, you might scoop it up. I don't see it. That's fine. So I want to go to Nessingwary's camp first to turn in the Panther and Raptor Mastery quest. We'll grab the final quest, which I think we can solo the mob. I'm going to try. I think the mob might summon ads, which might be difficult. Or maybe there's ads like nearby, patrols that we need to clear. But I think we can give it a good shot. Just soloing the quest, I mean. Just going to jump across here. I'm going to get attacked by a stupid fish. I hate those things. Mostly I hate those things when they put you in combat and say you're stuck for a little while. But I don't use Ghost Wolf much anymore, you know? When I think about it, I would say this is something I could drop talents out of. I could take 2 points out of Improved Ghost Wolf, I respect. Tin Vein we're going to ignore. And put, let's say, max out Shield spec for 5 points. Then I'd have 2 points here and 2 points here spare. I could spend them on, let's see, so it'd be 5 here, then I have 4 extra points. Oh, I could put 2 more into Anticipation. And then improve Lightning Shield, Toughness, Enhancing Totems. There's a few things I could put those points into to be better, I think. But, alright, let's talk to these people, see what's up. Alright, Raptor Mastery. This is actually Hemet that gives you that quest. Master Soupa, the Raptor Slayer. Has a nice ring to it, eh? So we got the Raptor Hunter Tunic, which is, I believe, not really an upgrade for us. 1 more stamina, 2 less agility, 4 more strength, we lose 24 spirit, and a lot of armor, and frost resistance, which I don't really care about. And then let's turn in the other one, the Fang of Bhag'thera, to Sir S.J. Earlgoodin? I never said his name. Earlgoodin. So the Great Bhag'thera is dead. Cheers to you, Soupa. You are a mighty shaman indeed. The Panther Hunter leggings, which are strictly a downgrade, right? No, we would gain 5 stamina, but we would lose 8 agility, 3 strength, and 5 armor. So we're not going to do that. Here's a vendor. That's what I was looking for. Actually, you know what? Let's... Yeah, this is fine. We'll vendor here. Okay, what are we getting rid of? Iron ore we're keeping. Stone we're keeping. Raptor hide, vendor. Raptor flesh, vendor. The tunic we'll get rid of. Raptor feathers we'll get rid of. This, that. Yeah, a lot of junk to sell off, which is kind of nice, actually. I'm keeping spotted yellowtails right now. I'm keeping them for... So spotted... Oh, hold on. Now that we've turned these quests, Hemet offers us the final one, the Big Game Hunter. We have to kill King Bangalash. We'll get 2 things we can't use and a lot of experience. Which is cool. The White Tiger is the reason I am here. I had my sights on him for quite some time now. Kill King Bangalash in your hunting prowess is proven to be second to none. I think he's... anyone for King Bangalash? I might as well ask. I got a couple quests to turn in. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. What was I just saying, though? Okay, so spotted yellowtail. If you cook them, they become roasted yellowtail? Baked yellowtail? I forget. If you cook them, there's an iron deposit. Let's go over there and get that while we're here. It's nearby. I might get a skill up on it. So when you get it, and you cook them, they can be turned in to the Ankarash War Effort when that comes around. And they give you 7 of the signets, I forget what they're called, like the little things you can turn in to summon stuff. And they're really cheap right now in the auction house. Spotted Yellowtail, I was getting stacks of 20 of them for, like, no joke, like 5 silver or 4 silver for 20. So I've just been buying them, and I'm filling up an entire bank character with those things. That and... So I'm making an assumption here that the Ankarash War Effort is going to require the same items to turn in as it did in vanilla, but they're not going to change it. There's been some discussion by players as to whether or not Blizzard should change what needs to be turned in for the war effort, in order to kind of recreate the feeling of the war effort, where suddenly it comes out, no one expected it, and servers were like, oh my gosh, we need to farm up so much, cloth or herbs, fish for the war effort. And it was kind of a big thing because no one expected it, so it took a while. Now, because we know what's going to be there, a lot of guilds are going to just maximize this by filling up their banks ahead of time, so that their server can be one of the first ones to finish the war effort, and then they can immediately start clearing AQ40. The point being, since we think we know what we're going to need to turn in, one of those things is yellowtail, and they're really cheap. There's really no use for them, and the food that they make are really pointless. So I've just figured out in the meantime to stock up on those, and the ones that are even better are I think they're white scale salmon. You get baked salmon when you make those. Those are even better because you get 10 of the signets or whatever for turning in those. So those are also pretty cheap. So I've just been buying them on the auction house, and I've got a bank character or two that are sooner or later going to be filled with just those fish. So as soon as AQ40 launches, I'm just going to dump all those in and get a bunch of this stuff from that, or as soon as the war effort launches. So I'm kind of excited about stocking up on those. So I'm going to save these 3 points into my bank character. Anyway, we're at Bhag'thera's enchantment. Most excellent. I'll prepare these at once. 2,500 experience. Bring an aged gorilla sinew to Farseer Bhag'thera in ground goal. This one's a little bit painful.
Victory.
This one takes a little while. We'll eventually get it. Okay, so kind of want to now work on... What do I want to work on? I kind of want to continue working on the shrunken heads, the bloody bone necklaces. I think the shrunken heads will drop from these same mobs, right? Headhunter. So I have to kill Headhunter specifically for these. Okay. Let's go ahead and work on that quest for now. When we're done with today's episode, we'll go back to turn in the Zanzil's secret quest in Booty Bay. Where is Bangladesh at? I might go do Bangladesh. I don't remember. I think Bangladesh is pretty close to here, like in the northern part of the zone, but I don't remember. And I'm just going to look it up, because I don't think, again, it gives you any hints, really. Bangladesh is, in fact... Okay, not that far from where we are. Let's go see if we can solo Bangladesh. I don't even know what level the mob is, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's kind of fun. So Bangladesh, I remember being on like a hilltop. It would be nice. We finish this quest, then we're done with the Nesingwari camp entirely. So we don't have to go and do any more quests there. Seems nice. I'll be honest, I'm sitting here right now, and I have this like slight feeling of being a little bit hot. Like, it's how it's hard to judge your own temperature, but I feel a little warm. Now, it's been a little bit warm in our home recently. I warmed up outside, and I think our furnace stopped, but it was like warm, and then it got warmer outside, and then it warmed up even further inside. And I'm wearing a hoodie. But I'm kind of like... Not like feverish, not like a... sometimes if you get feverish, you get cold. Like you kind of like get like cold sweats or whatever you want to call them. I don't think I have that going on, but I feel a little warm. Just enough to where I'm like, I might go take my temperature when I'm done with this episode. See if I have fever. Maybe I have COVID-19. I don't even mean that as a joke. It's like, maybe. It's not impossible. Alright, Strengthorn Tiger. There's King Bangladesh. A 43 elite with some ads, it looks like. Definitely want to clear some space. The ads are really low level. I don't really think I care about those attacking me. I think we'll just burn down King Bangladesh. I might drop a taunt totem to start. Alright, let's see, how do I want to do this? So what totem am I going to drop? Stone Claw. It only lasts for 15 seconds. I want to drop it last. And then I'll switch over to my... Maybe then I'll switch over to, actually, what might be better is stone skin. Alright, let's start. Dodo's is 2 minutes, 1 minute. Alright, let's just see what happens. And then I'm gonna drink back up to full. Alright, let's start the funsies. Got another ad there. Great, that's what I like to see. Stoneclaw's doing its job. Okay. I don't know if I can just do this. I'll use a big heal. Even more ads. Bring it. Tank everything. Oh my god, there's too many ads. I can almost do it. Come on. Come on. I don't have any more mana. Loot it. Stoneclaw Totem, go! Run! Run! Okay, well, it was a successful mission nonetheless. Let's reincarnate. Let's get out of here. That was awesome. I actually didn't think that was gonna work. I think Stone Skin saved me there for sure. Reducing melee damage taken by 16 from all those mobs was way better than Strength of Earth was gonna do for me. And then popping the big heal potion helped, and the Stoneclaw Totem to like start off the that's not what I want. The Stoneclaw Totem to start off the taunt that saved me 300 damage. It was like a small potion basically. That was awesome. I'm really surprised that worked. We almost escaped too. We almost escaped. That was fun. That worked out. I'm pretty psyched that we managed to solo that. At one point in there, I was like, okay, I'm out of mana. There's like 7 mobs hitting me. I was like, you know what I couldn't figure out? I just realized that. So anyways, all those mobs were hitting me. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I looked at my health, and I was like, my health is dropping pretty slowly, and Bangladesh is dropping a little bit faster. I'm out of mana, but I think we'll do this. I got a couple Winifred procs that saved me. I noticed a lot of those mobs were down to like 60 to 70% health, and I was like, why are they damaged so badly? It's like Lightning Shield wouldn't have done that to all of them, right? It would have hit like, it was probably burned up immediately. And I realized probably because my shield was blocking a ton of damage. I probably was having a lot of damage blocked. And that was dealing damage then with the Mithril Spike. That's the only thing I can imagine. That, and I guess I threw my Iron Grenade. Iron Grenade, Lightning Shield, shield blocking, all of that would have led to some damage on them. The Iron Grenade was pretty nice too. That stunned them for a few seconds, saved me a little bit of damage. I probably should have saved it to the end when there were even more mobs. I knew Bangladesh summoned ads, or thought there were summoned ads, but then I saw, oh, there's 2 patrols with Bangladesh. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. So they had the 2 patrols, Bangladesh, another mob that came with it that I didn't see was stealth, was aggroed with it, and then at least 2 more were summoned. So I think at the end we had like 6 mobs beating us down. 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 of them. It looked like 7 to me, but I think it was 6. But we did it. Alright, this vendor is for more. Bloody well done, right? Oh, congratulations, Soupa, for succeeding where others have failed. I am honored to count you as a comrade of our great hunting party here. No one will ever doubt your expertise in hunting and tracking. Cheers to you, I say. Cheers. 5,400 experience and a Master Hunter's bow. Let's go ahead and vendor.
Need help?
Repair. And what do we have? Wicked Claw, Fang, the bow, Tail Feather, Tiger Mate. We'll vendor all that off. Okay.
Farewell.
That's good. Now let's go. We won't finish. Actually, you know what? Let's call it a day here. We're going to be done for the day. I forgot I already ran this episode for about 15 minutes from Friday. If I haven't done so already, I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters, especially Timothy B, Luke D, and Chris S. Thank you, all you 3, and the rest of you also for your continued support of the channel. I've been enjoying kind of hanging out with you guys and gals in the Discord server. It's been fun. But yeah, so we're going to stop here for today. We are about 2/3 of the way through our level. 60,000 experience out of about 100,000. So not quite 60%, actually, a bit less than that. Probably 55% of the way through the level. And we're going to go to Grom Gull. We're going to go down to Booty Bay to turn in Zanzel's Secret. And that's where we're going to stop for today. Next episode, there's a few things we could work on. I might go do a Curious Read by the bundle at this point, now that we're going to be down in Booty Bay anyway. Oh yeah, we might do that. The Aged Gorilla Sinew is down here also. There's a few quests we can do that are kind of south that might make sense to do down there. So at some point, probably next episode, we'll do a few quests in the southern part of Stranglethorn Vale near Booty Bay. Let's fly down there. Stranglethorn Vale has really paid off for us, for coming here relatively late. I don't think we got here till level 40. We had a few quests we started off that were gray to us, like the Crocolus quests, and then there was maybe one other one, the first Panther quest, I think, and maybe the first Raptor quest might have been gray when we turned them in. But for the most part, we've had green and yellow quests we've been doing, and it's been going pretty well. We're going to be able to do all of these solo, except for maybe the follow-up to Stranglethorn Fever. And I don't know if we can do Cracking Worry's Foot or the Mind's Eye, which will come from, I think, from Bhag'thera's Enchantment. I think we finished Aged Gorilla Sinew. That gives us the other elite quest for this. I don't know if we can do those together. We're getting close to what I would call is a good level to do Maraudon. Maraudon? I say Maraudon, whatever. I think any day now we could do that. I'd like to maybe hit 44, get our skills, and then run Maraudon. I wouldn't also mind getting a little more mail gear instead of our leather in a few of these spots to get a little more armor going, so then if we tank, would be in a little better shape. Yeah, it would be a little better off, I think, to tank Maraudon if we have all mail gear instead of the leather stuff. Alright, I think we're downstairs for this turn in. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Crank Fizzlebub. Do you have the samples of Zanzel's mixture? Very good. Here's your pay, and here's a little something extra for your discretion. The Belt of Corruption. Thank you, Soupa. Oh, thank you. I'm sure I can find a use for this mixture. I'm sure you can. This belt was not an upgrade, right? No, it's leather instead of mail, and the stats are probably worse for us. What about for caster gear? 11 intellect, 5 stamina. 9 intellect, 9 stamina. Would I trade 2 intellect for 12 armor and 40 health? I think so. Probably not. I think I'd rather have the intellect. It seems like being able to cast more is probably better than... We shouldn't be taking damage anyway if we're in a group, so I think we're good. We'll sell that. Okay, so next episode we're gonna work on probably Bhag'thera's Enchantment, a Curious Read by the bundle, maybe the Skull Splitter tusks, because I think these guys, the tusks are down here, maybe. We'll figure that out. But anyways, probably do some quests down here on the southern side of Stranglethorn Vale, closer to Booty Bay. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.